So San Diego Comic-Con came and went, and apparently it kind of reiterates DC and Warner Bros. Discovery not really caring about their current slate, and that they're going to just release it with little to no fanfare. Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix. My name is Chris Wong. So we've seen San Diego Comic-Con, and it was kind of meh for DC. Yeah, they've got 2 big movies coming out this year, but that's it. They didn't even bother talking about the other DC movies like Aquaman The Lost Kingdom, The Flash, Batgirl, Blue Beetle, or anything else they have in store for the DCEU. Which once again kind of reiterates maybe this means they have no plan whatsoever. Meaning after all the movies that have gone into production, there are in post-production, that's it. Once those release, it's over. Apparently the Shazam Fury of the Gods and Black Adam panel kind of reiterates this case. When Zachary Levi was asked on the possibility of Shazam fighting Black Adam, he says, no idea. Next question. Zachary Levi was asked on the possibility of Shazam 3, he says, I hope so. If you guys go and see this one and you like, then there's a good chance that the bosses will make another one. Which, honestly is like the Warner Brothers before. They want to see how these movies turn out before making the next one or deciding on what to do with the next one. They always have no confidence in that whatsoever. That's why it takes so long to make sequels for these movies. But it also reaffirms that they don't know what's going on next, what's going after that. All the decisions that made Shazam Fury of the Gods are from the previous regime. They're gone. This new regime, they have no plan currently. Even over at the Black Adam panel, Jaume Collet-Serra states that he is not aware of any Black Adam spin-off series currently in progress. Despite rumors that there may be a Hawk Girl and all these other series that's coming out, apparently officially there is nothing for them. But it doesn't mean they don't want that. Of course, $7 Production wants to make this a huge deal. They are all putting all their money and all their investment into Black Adam to make it explode, because this is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's answer for what he wants after.
Nothing was really a surprise in creating the character. I think, to your point, I think about knowing audience and really making sure that you have your finger on the pulse of things. It was really important. If the goal is to create an anti-hero that hopefully can usher in a new era in the DC universe, then what does that mean? I shouldn't be able to do it alone. There's anti-hero. We're introducing Black Adam to the world. No other reference before me, and no other actors have played Black Adam, so this is it. Hopefully people like him. But also, let's introduce the Justice Society. And the Justice Society was the first superhero group predating the Justice League. And they have been around a long time. Fans have been dying to see the Justice Society on the big screen.
So yes, he wants ushered in a new era of DC, his own very own pocket universe. Maybe he couldn't get his hands on the Justice League, so he's like, you know what, we're going to go the Justice Society route and then kind of build out from there. And maybe he wants the keys to DC. He wants to be able to make DC his own, starting with Black Adam. He even said, if audiences respond to these characters, now we see that they do, we want to honor their mythologies and build out their stories on their own in terms of spin-offs, movies, TV shows. And I think it all comes down to when this movie comes out in October and Shazam Fury of the Gods comes out this December. If the audience does love it, they will go and buy tickets and watch these movies. And if the box office is good, then maybe he'll have enough evidence that his DC is going to work out. And then he'll usher in that new DC universe, which could include Henry Cavill as Superman. Because clearly he said that Henry Cavill's Superman is this generation's Superman. Danny Garcia also reps Henry Cavill, so indeed he'd want Henry Cavill to be the Superman he fights. And I almost want to believe that maybe Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson actually kind of just gave out that little information to Deadline that Henry Cavill may be coming to talk about Superman, bringing in lots of audience, bringing a lot of eyes and ears to his Black Adam panel. Because yeah, if Warner Brothers don't want him, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson wants him, and he'd probably do everything he could to bring Henry Cavill to that panel. But then reports came out that Henry Cavill got COVID over in the Witcher set. But even if that were the case, I think Henry Cavill could have still, throw in a video or something to show that he's still Superman. But judging from The Rock's answer about Henry Cavill's Superman, it looks like there is still some negotiation and he still can't get Henry Cavill back as Superman. So it could be that at one point in time, he's like, let's fly Henry Cavill down to San Diego Comic-Con. Have him show up in Hall H. Then maybe Warner Bros. Is like, wait a minute, you can't do that because that just means that we brought him back as Superman, when that's not the case. But there's also conversation that Warner Bros. Discovery didn't even want DC films to be presented at Comic-Con. It was such a last-minute thing as well. All of a sudden, we had a Black Adam and Shazam Fury of the Gods panels. So it does make sense that $7 Productions said, hey, if Warner Bros. Discovery does not want to promote any DC films, we're going to do it, and we're going to do it on our own dime. Which is the reason why we didn't get a scissor reel. We didn't get anything about any other movie but Black Adam and Shazam Fury of the Gods. In this way, you kind of got to surmise that at this point in time, Warner Bros. Discovery doesn't care about DC that much right now. They're waiting for that new DC head, that new Kevin Feige to come in to tell them what to do. And until then, they're just going to release these movies with little to no fanfare. But the question is, what if this Shazam-verse fails? What if it doesn't make that box office numbers? Is it over for the Shazam-verse? Is it over for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's vision for his own DC? Quite possibly, but it could be over for all DC anyway. As a new, fresh off the boat DC head will probably come in and want to do his own ideas. Or he could try to come in and fix the situation. Would he try to fix or alleviate any of the PR issues involving The Flash or the PR issues involving Amber Heard in Aquaman The Lost Kingdom? If he chooses to ignore the Snyderverse things or even accept Snyderverse things, would he want to take on all that controversy? Whoever that job is going to, it's going to be an absolute difficult situation for that person. And with no news or even buzz that there is a DC Fandome coming out this year, I know Deadline says there are still plans for a DC Fandome, but that's Deadline put out that Henry Cavill thing in the first place. So if there is no DC Fandome this year, I can pretty much chalk that up to, yeah, Warner Bros. Discovery at this point in time do not care for DC films. They're not going to put any more effort into DC films, and they're just going to let productions that are currently in production continue to be produced all the way to post-production and afterwards. Any new projects? They're just waiting for that new DC head. So what do you think about the conversation that's going around about the current status of DC films? Share your thoughts in the comments down below.